Buenas noches, bujeros. Bienvenidos a un nuevo stream jugando aquí Season, una carta al futuro o a Letter to the Future. Vamos a comenzarlo a ver qué tal está.
Who are you? I don't know, but I'm writing to you anyway. Where are you? How far in the future? Where'd you find my journal? I may never know, but you can know me from what I put down on these pages. I come from a little village in the mountains. No one has left here since before I was born. But our lives changed overnight. Just a few days ago when my best friend had a prophetic dream. A vision that the elder said means this season is going to end soon. The world is about to enter a new era. A great change is coming. Everyone was afraid. I was surrounded by questions and I began to feel how little I know. What is this season that is about to end, and why is it ending? What exactly is out there that could turn the world inside out? If there are still voices singing and laughing in the wilderness, I could record them before they're gone. I also thought of my dad, who always wanted to see the outside world but never did. So, I asked if I could leave. The elder had one condition for letting me go. That I take what I collect to the museum vault, a palace of art and memory at the edge of the earth. She says it's the only place safe from the turmoil of a changing season. I hope that's where you're reading this now. I can't stop the change that is coming, but this time on Earth could live on in these pages. What it looks like, sounds like, how it feels to be alive right now. I'm writing to you at the crack of dawn on the morning I leave home. I can smell breakfast cooking in the other room, and I can hear my mom's voice.
Perfecto, pues somos una persona. Nuestra misión es coger todos los recuerdos posibles en modo foto, sonido y llevarlos al Palacio de la Memoria para que cuando haya un cambio de estación o un cambio de era, esos recuerdos perduren. Sonido. Vale, a ver.
3, 2, 1. Hooray!
Uf,
Mr. Lotto's here.
poquito turbio, ¿no? El tema del perro. ¿Qué dices? A ver. Bueno. Insecto disecado. Y un billete antiguo. Por ahí bien. Por aquí creo que ya. Eso es la campana. La maleta. Una criatura cerámica muy bonita. Ganó el premio del cuentacuentos y una figura de origami. Lo hizo Pate. ¿Quién es Pate? Excelente pregunta.
My bag and Dad's camera, ready for the great departure.
Y vámonos para la cocina.
You're up. It's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm making progress. I found the burner, camera, recorder, travel bag. Breakfast is in progress. Still gotta make a pendant. We haven't used this in so long. Good thing I saved the instructions. Just as you would use a shield to protect your body, an identity pendant protects your mind. Your thoughts, memories, everything that makes you, you. We don't wear them here in the village anymore. But if you're going into the outside world, I'll feel better when you've got a pendant shielding you. I will worry until you're gone, and then I'll have total confidence in you. In times of war, a pendant can be used... Let's skip that part. Objects have two layers, the physical and the mental. The pendant needs to absorb both. 1. Collect a sentimental object for each sense. 2. Feel the sense and speak aloud. 3. Feed the object, the memory will leave the speaker as it is transferred to the pen. That means I'll forget the memory after I say it. It's supposed to be painless, at least. Okay, so this old tape should work for our sense of sound. I remember you and I fell asleep listening to this tape. Your dad came home. We all rested together until it got dark. What an odd feeling. Like an absence. The empty space fills it until I forget that I forgot. I'm glad I'm only... If I lost too many, I wouldn't even know who you are. You should pick the rest of the objects. I'll lose the memories, but you'll have them in a pendant forever. So they should be important to you. They should be parts of your identity. So think about what these items, let's do smell. Find an object with a strong and that holds a piece of you.
Vale, sería que buscar un recuerdo para cada sentido. Ahora tocar olfato.
Baby,
Una vela.
I was loved by people I have no memory of.
Podría valer, pero no me convence demasiado. Así que hay unas flores y unos caramelos. Nada. Agua de jengibre. Eso más para el gusto.
Granite, seaside.
Una mano.
This speaks to how my mom loves me.
Vamos para otra habitación. De aquí poco.
Nothing. I always looked for other worlds. Tangled nest, sour play.
Que veo
This
muchos,
speaks to how my dad loved me.
veo muchos que son para el oído, como este y tal. A ver aquí.
Glue, acid, dust.
Para el oído muchos, pero para el olfato
How I always wanted to
la
meet these
vela
strangers.
o las flores. Y voy a coger las flores.
Ancient perfume, sweet. Nothing is ever lost.
Vamos para allá.
What did you choose for smell? Let's breathe in deep. Your dad used to bring these flowers home from his climbs. They only grow high up in the mountains. He was a great climber. He even found us a new source of water. I hoped after he would climb less, maybe even retire. But he always wanted to explore, and the only direction to go, maybe the Elder is letting you leave out of guilt for what happened to your dad. If someone has the energy to leave, it needs to go. He fell into the Fitz ravine. We never found his body. But doesn't he rest with us at night? Doesn't he appear in our... How can such a human being depart this earth without leaving a trace as strong as the flowers would still have their scent? Darling, I don't want to lose this one. I can't lose this one. Can we put the flowers back, please?
Vamos a dejar el colgante, ¿no? Digo, el colgante, las flores. Pobrecilla. Vamos a coger entonces la vela. Y que diga algo de la vela que la den por el culo. ¿Ahora
What
qué?
did you choose for smell? Let's breathe in deep. This kind of candle keeps someone alive for the time it takes to burn, just a few hours when death is nearby. It can be enough for last rites, last words. This was Grandma's candle. She didn't want to use it. You spent a lot of time with her when you were a baby. I realized she wouldn't live long enough for you to remember her, or for her to see you grow. So in a way, you don't know her. And yet, I don't know where, but it belongs to you anyway.
Olfato.
Now
Listo.
touch.
Ahora el
Do
tacto.
something with the texture you like.
Pues el tacto. El libro. O la mano esta también.
My hand in my own hand. This speaks to how my mom loves me.
8, 9 años.
So what did you end up choosing? Okay, put your hand in the hand. Oh, I remember it so well. It's not as bad now, but in the old days. Not many children live long enough to grow up. We believed if a child could make it to the age of 9, they'd be all right. This print was made of your father, and I couldn't believe we really had. An old deep fear inside of me finally went away, and we saw you would just keep growing and grow, that everything was going to be okay.
Vale, así que en este pueblo o aldea, pues si llegabas a los 9 años, pues bien, ¿no? Sí, no era lo normal llegar a 9 años de edad. Mamá. Tía Paola.
I'm fine. Let's do pick something that looks nice.
Algo de vista ahora. Es algo de vista, porque que te parezca bonito. De aquí, pues la cuchara, no, digamos. Oh, sí, la foto, niño. La fotito del papá y la mamá.
Mom and Dad before I was born. I was born in the glow of my parents' love.
So, what did you end up choosing?
Tenemos el gusto,
I remember.
no tenemos el oído,
This was the night I
el
told your dad
olfato,
I was pregnant with you.
el tacto y la vista. Faltaría el
There was a
gusto.
party I didn't have anything to drink, just water. He didn't wonder why. At the end of the night, I told him, and he was so happy. He threw up.
Para la saca. Flup.
For taste, we can eat breakfast and feed some to the burner.
Ah, bueno. Yo voy a echar los caramelos.
The memory
Venga.
you lose is the one I want you to have it forever.
Venga, rápido, señora. Ni cucharas, ¿eh? Venga, flapa. Mmm,
Standing here,
qué rico.
you're having a last taste of home.
Asqueroso, mamá. A la hoguera.
Now you're protected by lost memories. A gem of home around your neck. This is my only condition for letting you go.
A ver, ¿qué dice ahora la señora?
Promise me never to take the pendant off.
¿Quieren que me quite el colgante?
And never tamper with it.
A ver, si viene el del vende oro, pues igual... ¿Quién sabe? Lo intentaré.
Okay? Then I'm okay with you leave. I think your camera and bag, it's time to gather them up.
Venga, que sí. Que a tu casa, señora. Coger las cosas y marcharte. Venga, por supuesto. La camarita.
I've lost. How could the world ask me to lose you too?
Uy. Fotito para el face. Pliqui. Fotito para el Insta.
Look at us. There we are. There we were. We'll always be right here on this beautiful morning.
Hermoso. Y ya estamos aquí, gente. Vamos a
I
ver.
just performed a ritual with my mom. The moment has passed, but I'll record it in these pages for
Foto para
you,
acá.
for the future.
Ah, eso sube, ¿no? Pues esto... Oh, ya se puede más. Oh, no. Venga, la guay, vamos a ser un poquito insanos. Al revés. Y ahora... La mamá y el papá. Hijo, ahí grande. Y por último... El colgante. La baila es una verga, la verdad. Así, tu flama ahí.
I never knew when my mom would share a memory of Dad while cooking, on a walk, with no warning. It knocked the wind out of me. Rituals take this grief and give it a shape and a story. Filling in this journal is a ritual too, but for a loss that hasn't hit us yet.
Ya está, ¿no? Ah, nos hemos ganado un sello. Pues este sello me quiero, no sé para qué vale, realmente.
I've brought tools to record the sights and sounds of this season.
¿Cómo se corre?
I'll start by recording the only place I've ever known.
Bueno, pues saco la grabadora.
Public sleep music is a tradition of ours here. When the music ends, the village will begin to wake up.
Pues no se puede correr. Bueno, pues vamos a grabar cosillas, ¿no?
We have plenty of fresh water here.
Y
I wonder
donde
if it's more scarce in the outside world.
aquí esto. Y aquí esto.
Last night there was a goodbye party here in the plaza. Everyone was so afraid for me. To understand that fear, to understand where I grew up, you have to know the man standing watch over This is
Tómalo.
Dr. Fumio and his son. The statue isn't as old
Ah,
as it
otra.
looks.
Qué bien, ¿no?
The artist wore it
A
down to
ver.
give it a feeling of ancientness
Sonido.
and the authority that comes with it.
3 murales.
Dr. Fumio and his son founded Caro
Vale.
in 776.
Ah, se corre el
They
joystick.
live on through our traditions. There are 3 murals celebrating Dr. Fumio's work.
Esta foto va bien. Ese banquito. Oh. ¿Y esto? Ah, mira, fotito para el Face. No, esto no.
The elder sought out Dr. Fumio to cure her mother, who was suffering from time misperception.
Ah, amigo, hay otra de cosas ahí. Aquí, aquí. ¿Y cuál es? Esta. Ah, esos son los murales. Vale. Nos faltan 2 murales más. Ah, hay uno ahí. Espera.
I remember soaking my feet in here on hot days.
Mira una foto. Una foto de esto.
A village that was created as a place to heal. Is that where my instinct to try to help comes from? It's so strange to imagine I'll be shaped by places and people I haven't met yet. So strange to imagine that I might feel at home somewhere else.
Ah, bueno, pues ya está. A sacar foto al mural.
Remembering everything must be painful. Dr. Fumio brought peace to so many people here.
¿Qué suena?
This is a healing instrument created by Dr. Fumio. It draws on the pure mountain air.
A ver. Esto va aquí. Esto va aquí. Nos falta un mural. Nos falta un mural. Ah. Bastante intuitivo, ¿no?
Dr. Fumio said the dream sickness was caused by something very powerful. he wasn't able to cure it. Dr. Fumio was an important person, but we also just have a need to put a human face on events that are beyond our control. He may have felt just as scared and helpless as everyone else. Pate's little daydream of leaving this place, of seeing something weird. This is the cafe where my dad used to read his poems. He wrote one for me. Maybe he wrote it for you too. A wish fell off the tree. I'm not supposed to read them.
¿Que no?
But it might be good for you to have an example of one.
Yo me lo llevo.
I can go against tradition a little for posterity. Smells like an old man's toes dipped in cinnamon. I had to drink this gross potion last night. Like my pendant, it's supposed to protect my brain.
No, esto no. Una foto al mural roto.
I go fishing here with my best friend Pate, even though there's nothing to catch. We both appreciate the silence. Caro Village was founded during the modernity. This flower means you're in my thoughts.
Saco fotos a todo, ¿eh? Cámara infinita. Pues sacamos fotos a todo. Ah, el botijo este.
A drip, just as slow, reliable, and oddly satisfying as life itself in this little village.
Y para afuera, ¿no?
Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now, stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
Vale. Hermoso. Una fotito. ¿Eso qué es?
These bikes were used by messengers a long time ago.
Y otra aquí.
Parte fixed up 3 bikes instead of 1.
Uy. Pues cojo la bici. La amarilla. Se monta al R2. Anda. Hay que acelerar todo el rato. Uf. Qué mapaza, ¿eh? Qué mapón. O como se diga, chicos. Qué mapón. Se ve de escándalo. Y ese era el prólogo. Bienvenidos al juego. Me gusta esto. Voy a tomar con la foto al carrito este. Anda. Ahí. ¿Algo por ahí? No. Vale. Ahí va. Postal 1. Cojo las postales, ¿no?
I can see in these letters that the outside world has extremes of beauty and tragedy beyond
1,
anything I've known.
2, 3. Cartita.
You were right. The letter never made it. The season before this one, the war, seems so horrible.
Que se pueden leer. Vale, este chico o chica parecía exceso de recuerdos, una enfermedad de este juego. Y el doctor Fumio supuestamente sí que podía curar esas cosas.
Setting up in Kero Village, Dr. Fumio roamed the land
Otra aquí.
curing people.
Rápido,
It must
rápido.
have been hard when he wasn't around anymore, especially for people who couldn't travel to the village.
Bueno, importaciones.
Traders used to come to the outskirts of the village. The war put an end to this. Most of what I've seen from the outside world probably arrived in a cart like this.
Fotito del carro. Y una carta al azar, venga, esta.
I feel nourished in these sights by the unfamiliarity of it all. These means of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. Will they be used again in the next season?
Muy bien. ¿Alguna carta por aquí? No, ¿no? Vale. Hay que bajar por ahí, vale. La bicicleta. Eh. Venga, ya que estoy parado, me paro aquí. Saco una foto de esto, ¿no?
In the
Ahí.
village, these cranes look like little creatures, grazing. I had no idea how huge they are.
Joder. Joder. No me gusta nada la jugabilidad de la bici, ¿eh? Nada, nada. Foto de esto.
I heard at some point the tides got less predictable. Places flooded that never had before.
Vale, un sapo ahí. Aquí.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Una foto de sapo. Ah, de aquí hay cabras. Vale.
We learned about old technology in school, but not much about animals.
Ah, ¿que la puedo coger?
What are these strange goat-like creatures? Are they simply goats? My first time petting an animal. I think it went pretty well.
Ah, bueno, se acaricia, ¿no? Bueno. Hombre, no creo que la pueda coger. Tipo, venga, para la bici.
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time. I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, how soon.
No sé, ¿qué pasa? Ah, que es así, vale, vale. Susto.
On a cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time. Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes. I passed through it, where others passed before me.
Ah, una página nueva. A ver. La colocamos aquí. La. Pilla la bici. Hay algo por ahí, algo allá abajo. A ver si puedo dar la vuelta. El camino marcado, ¿eh? Me sirve. ¿Qué pone aquí?
This person wanted the season to change. When a season turns, the reasons behind things might disappear.
Hay algo por aquí escondido.
But the engine may survive. The power is not lost.
No.
It's just buried a little.
Y para adelante. Por el camino. Que no lo veo, pero está por aquí. Ah, por aquí. Frena, frena, frena. ¿Qué pone aquí?
They wanted the season to change because they were so alone.
Foto para las cabinas. Ahí. Y hay una puerta. No sé. Bueno, vamos al diario. Recuerdo. Las cabinas por aquí. Aquí los letreros un poco grande. Aquí están bien. ¿Esto qué es? Ah, sonido. Ahí. Me sirve.
Time seems to pass differently around here. I feel so heavy and so light at the same time. I'm not really alone. I'm with myself. I'm with the earth.
Pues otro recuerdo, gente. De momento el juego muy fácil, ¿no? No entiendo la dificultad, si es que hay dificultad. Yo al menos no la veo, ni mucho menos. Aquí que hay. Ah, aquí se para, ¿no? ¡Épale!
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live like this.
¿Ah?
Two voices is like me and my mom. We can survive, but eventually you need more. Three voices is complex as life is supposed to be.
What?
I have a feeling they use these music boxes to fall asleep.
¿Qué pone aquí? No, lo he leído.
Themselves company with music.
Bueno, pues aquí tenemos el primer fallo del juego, es que no pueda leer. Bueno. Ahora. Coge esto. Chup, chup, chup. Pero no te pares. Eh. Foto. No sé qué es, pero lo cojo. Frénate. Aquí hay un sonido.
When I was a kid, I heard voices talking inside the sound of rain. Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group?
Ahora sí. Un conductor que supuestamente te lleva a otra estación. Bueno, no sé. Pues fin de la zona.
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life.
La anciana, que es la cacique, la jefa, ¿no?
Ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Let's set the scene for the listener, whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, like a big, old, haunted library.
Esta chica, bueno, esta señora tiene 100 años.
When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there. It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it. But as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all.
Me da igual el nombre. ¿Cómo se llama? Pues la única pregunta con sentido es la primera.
I heard, somebody told me. You want to capture what it's like to be alive during this season? For the future? And you want to understand why and how the season of my youth is long gone. But I can tell you what that season was like and what I know about how it ended.
Pues la anciana ahora.
First, I got old. That's an important step.
Sí.
Being an elder is all about how you react to strange events. The key is not to be surprised, but kind of frown. Look serious.
The key code.
And say something like, "It begins." Never say, "I don't know." Say, "We dive into a pool of uncertainty." I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship. The short-lived but glorious republics floating cities. Most won their independence by the time. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season, pleasure boats with a radical political program. The golden age was a time of flags, logos, my mom taught me to read them. She was a ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy.
Pues venga, si no me interesa ni uno ni otro, pues elegimos la opción C, que es la
My
del Caribe.
grandparents played with the past. They changed it like we change our wardrobe. So it was a different answer every time. But they often said we were exiles of some kind.
Curioso.
Exiled royalty from a secret. Or exiled from the mouth of some great Leviathan. When they were older, they just said, we're from here. We're from right now. I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the wind, especially as I fell asleep. It would picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship. It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too, wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms. There were 2 dance halls, a large, elegant one and another one. And a lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss, and so forth.
Su primer beso, su primer baile y su primer...
Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war.
Les robaron el barco, la cara que tiene es legendaria, ¿eh? Tipo, fuck off the police, ¿no?
That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache.
Vaya, ya no puedes bailar ahí, ahora tienes que practicar ahí Warzone ahí abajo.
Took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers.
Expropiase.
And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out. But they knew, I guess. Even as things got bad, I couldn't imagine the changes were... It's easy now to look back and say, the internationalism of the golden season was... You can be naive about all kinds of things, but not. Most of my life has been spent in isolated communities. The one moment I was in the wild world, you couldn't pick a more chaotic time. And we had been warned the season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient... It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant. We just thought we tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds.
Y a ver, pues la opinión de los padres no me importa demasiado. ¿Cómo se identifica usted? Pues tampoco me importa. ¿Qué es la región prismática? Eso sí que interesa.
A kingdom of art and science.
De Valencia, ¿no?
We got rich during the golden season. Everything that made them beloved before the well passionate, made them unbearable once they had power. Artists make terrible kings. Are you sure you want me to keep... The story gets darker from here on.
Por favor, no, continúa.
Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days even.
Horas, incluso días. O que se queda parado.
Realized she caught, well, now we call it time
Un
misperception disorder.
trastorno de la percepción
It's
temporal.
when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds. What's so hard is the feeling of absolute... Normally, we're all at least roughly in the same flow. But with this, we heard... I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and people talked about him like he was a god.
¿Qué pasó cuando logró encontrarlo? Venga, me
I
interesa.
described my mom's condition to Dr. Fu. He said there was no cure yet. but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. He invited me to join them in going to the village. But I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me. I packed my things and got ready to leave the next
Hombre, me
morning.
imagino. Esta creo que la aldea es esta, ¿no? La que está aquí arriba.
That night, my mom came. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Foom the next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world. And they got better. Treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So I couldn't. One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean. As if I was back in my bedroom, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
Vaya, qué triste la vida de la señora. De noche, lloviendo, y la chica esta pues no tiene frío. Tampoco paraguas. Tienda de campaña tampoco.
I imagine coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
Una fotito, esto no.
This valley is asking people for a visit. I should oblige it.
A ver. Vale. La plantamos. ¿Puedo grabar aquí el ruido ese? No. Bueno, sí le puedo grabar, pero no vale para nada. Quiero entrar aquí. No me sirve. Empresa de Valletien, obsequio de región prismática, proyecto de la paz eléctrica, año 515.
We never used this
Y aquí va a ir una fotito para el Face.
Nobody trusted it.
Listo, por aquí. Bueno, pues nada, vamos a abrir un segundo el diario. Vamos a meter aquí recuerdos y tal. Un poco más grande, si no se ve una mierda. Ahí. No tenemos ningún sonido. Mira, a ver. Un sonido.
I've heard sounds that can heal the mind. It feels like this noise would do the opposite.
Y por aquí había otro. Ay, no me ha dado tiempo a hacer nada. Hola.
Oh. Valley. One second.
Un chino. Es un chino, ¿no? Abre esa vaina. ¿No? Pues espera, salgo el diario. Pillo aquí esto. Esta es la... Puerta de Tien. Aquí se alza la puerta del Valle de Tien, hogar de los tres dioses memoriosos. Al cruzarla, intenta visualizar a los millones de peregrinos que te precedieron, nacieron y vivieron hasta que murieron. Guau, chaval. A la Red Bull ya, ¿eh? Y fotito para el
The
Face.
first to do this. Just the first in a long time.
Ahí.
Is that a strotopop? What is it?
Es una cámara. Se llama cámara, hermano. ¿El qué?
I love old gear like that. It's getting more and more rare. I had a camera, but it broke. Not that interesting of a story.
Por supuesto que no. Me interesa muy poquito que te emplee la cámara. ¿A ti qué te importa? Venga, pues elegimos esta.
The whole thing, huh? You're young. You got time.
¿Tienes tiempo?
What kind of stuff are you recording?
De todo. Claro.
That's the way to do it, if you ask me. If anyone asks me, I mean.
Pues la verdad que no,
Valley
sinceramente.
would be a good place to use those tools. Too bad it's closed down. Let me finish up here, huh?
¿Cómo que está cerrado? Tu madre, hermano, está cerrado. Siento la valla y me meto para adentro. Foto. Escucho un sonido. ¿Dónde está el sonido, tío? ¿Es este sonido? Pues nada, voy a coger a ver esto que es. Espera que quiero leer esto. Respeta a los habitantes del Valle de Tien. No son actores, guías, ni animales, sino gente trabajadora. Venga, foto para el Face. ¡Plas! Recoge la basura de los puestos antes de irte. Vamos a ser un poquito cívicos, ¿no? Me gustó el cartel, por lo cual
I'll think about
foto.
what kind of visitor I want to be.
Hey,
No, jodas. No joda, marico.
this was like a second home for a while. That was fun earlier when you showed up. And I was carrying the cardboard man. You were like, who are these guys? I've been pretty bored. You know, the valley's going to be flooded soon. That's why nobody can go in there. The dam is falling apart.
Habrá que entrar, ¿no?
It's too old. There's nobody left who knows how to repair it. We're taking it down so we'll know when it'll collapse. It gives us time to evacuate everyone.
¿Quiénes?
Greyhounders.
Los manos
Community
grises.
organization. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Health clinics, minesweeping, daycare, evacuation. We're new. It was supposed to be because we're helpful yet neutral. We took a vote and decided to change the name, though. We want something more friendly. I'm excited to find out what we're trying to get new things going. But it's hard. The past really has a tight grip on people.
Muy bien.
Doesn't feel like a fair fight. So we're trying to, well... Anyway.
Así que bueno, que me dejes entrar ya y listo.
It's funny. I stood guard here for a week, and I've only seen greyhounds like and valley people on their way out. But now I see you, and you're like a
Una
new
terrorista.
element or something.
Un
I've never met
elemento.
anyone doing what you're doing.
Solo porque es negra. Es un nuevo elemento. Al loro del racismo.
And we greyhounds gotta support new things. So,
Nuevo elemento.
I'm not supposed to let anyone in. How can I? Jeez. I think you should go down into the valley and take a look. Gotta try something here.
Voy a probar una cosa. Pumba. A ver si cae la presa encima
Dang
tuya.
it. I was trying to wink. Well, you get the idea. Go on and put that old gear to use. You can take my map of the valley too. I don't need it anymore. I'll be down to pick everyone up around midnight. See you then.
Ay, como arranca la alpina, ¿no?
I met a greyhound. He let me into the valley.
Vale. Hay que sacar foto.
I think he wanted me to record what the greyhounds were up to. And he gave me a map. The assembly point seemed like a good place to start.
Vale, ese es el mapa, ¿no? Pero aquí entonces no tengo el recuerdo. Yo creo que esta foto era lo del camión. Porque por el tema del... Mira, a ver. Bien, ya, ¿no? A ver, lejos de Caro. Aquí no, en la siguiente entonces. Aquí. Esta foto es lo que decía yo, claro. Así que este tío que es el que va buscando a la gente. Ah, amigo.
I wonder what he expects me to discover in the valley.
Un trofeo me ha dado. Vale. Esta es la foto, que no tomo esta foto. Acá, aquí. Y esto lo voy a coger también.
It seems like I'll have to wait for night to enter the shrine.
Y a ver. Y esto por aquí. Y esto por acá. Y tomo recuerdo, chico.
The elder warned me about valleys. She said they were dangerous. I feel a dulcet tension in the air. I enter to see the moment between seasons.
Vale, lo que no me queda claro es lo siguiente, que es esta parte. En el punto de encuentro. ¿Qué están haciendo los manos grises? Los manos, es que suena fatal. Los manos grises. El punto de encuentro parece un buen sitio para empezar. Tengo que sacar foto al señor ese que se ha pirado. Lo otro no sé qué es. Parece una grabación. Lo último, esto. No está. Joder. Aquí. Esto es una grabación. Y esto de aquí. Un folleto que hay por ahí. No tengo ni idea. ¿Y la bici? Porque obviamente sin bici no voy a bajar. Espera. Da la vuelta, ¿no? Ahí. La puerta esta que tiene. Nada, vale. Pues para atrás otra vez. Ah, sí, claro. Bueno, voy a continuar un poquito para adelante. Y en cuanto llegue a un cruce o algo, pues bajo de la bici y quiero ver el mapa. Es lo que quiero ver el mapa. Bueno, como dijo la anciana, contra más bajo estás el valle, más peligroso es. Y no hacemos más que bajar al valle, así que... Quieto. Ahí. ¿Estamos dónde? Ay, amigo. ¿Estamos dónde? Ah, vale, que si según lo recorres se pone de color. Pero. ¿Estamos abajo en la entrada del valle o arriba? Esperemos que estemos a... Ah, aquí hay algo, aquí hay algo. Vale, fuera esto. Bienvenido al Valle de Tetien. Recuerda que tú has llegado hasta aquí, pero nosotros hemos creado ese aquí. Bueno, un poquito
I'm
egocéntrico eso,
probably the
a mi
last
gusto.
person that will ever be welcomed here by this sign.
Es más, vais fotito. Tómalo. Vale, y este aquí es un mapa, ¿no? Que me va a indicar dónde estoy. Estoy abajo. Ah, estoy en la X, me imagino. O sea que estoy abajo. Bueno, pues vamos a hacer esto ahora. No, pues primero esto de aquí. El punto cualquiera. Elige una persona del cementerio al azar. Un monje desentierra sus recuerdos y todos nos ocultamos de ellos. Returbio, ¿eh?
I have wondered about the lives beneath unkept graves.
Una foto para que vean lo returbio que es este sitio. Y esto haremos. El camino trillado, el sentido que ahora pisas no cambió desde años teniendo en cuenta. Muy bien, eso no saco foto.
The elder told me there's very little information about the years before 500.
¿Saco foto esto? Sí.
All above will remain. All below will wash away.
Y voy a mirar ahora el diario otra vez. Esto no, el diario, esto me interesa. Aquí tengo un... Aquí va esto. Ok. Manos grises... Joder. Manos grises me ha pedido que grabe los telemanejes... Los tejemanejes de su grupo. ¿Y esto pone algo aquí? No. Vale. ¿Qué es un tejemaneje? Excelente pregunta. Frena, frena. Aquí está el... Creo que aquí está el mapa. Creo que ahora estamos aquí. Claro, estamos abajo. Si tiro para adelante, a la izquierda. Si tiro por aquí, debería estar el punto de encuentro. ¿O no? Ay, voy a parar aquí un segundillo. Frena, frena. Esto interesa. Vale, sí. Un puente por ahí, que será la presa. Bueno, la presa no. Voy aquí, un segundillo, a sacar grabaciones. En el diario hay algo nuevo. No, esto es lo último que hay. Graba a los tejemanejes, pero es que no sé lo que es un tejemaneje de esos. ¿Esto qué es?
These metal animals are looking up, expectantly.
Si me acerco aquí, yo me vuelvo algo malo si me estoy acercando aquí, ¿eh? ¿Qué pone aquí? Ojos ávidos y estómagos vacíos, así dice local. Pero es esto lo que hace esto, ¿no?
Something frightening happened in this
¿Eh? Encuentra nueva vegetal oculta.
memory. But what was it?
Anda.
The people here are so weak.
I heard gunshots last night.
That was us.
Muy bien. Así que las plantas... Vale. Las plantas hablan, ¿no? Comprendido. Esto sí que son cosas. A ver. Uno.
Here are so weak. People here are so weak.
Es la misma, ¿no? Venga, pues saco fotitos aquí rápidas, porque si no, una zona al picnic y otra al altavoz este que no sé qué es. La pongo aquí. Y ahora, siguiente foto. Ahí.
I can't imagine fishing and actually catching a fish. Too scary.
Y aquí llega la inspiración.
A green space. I feel memory in the air like pollen. It reminds me of a poem my dad was never able to finish. The first line was, "If you want to awaken the dead, just whisper."
Listo. Esto ya está listo. Voy a ahora ir para arriba otra vez. Por ahí se bajaba. Ahora toca subir cuesta. What the fuck, hermano. ¿Qué coño?
Will the last voice to cry out in the wilderness not even be human?
Pero es que no sé por qué sonaba eso. No, por aquí he bajado ya antes. No. Me ha pegado un cague de golpe. Bien. Hemos llegado ya al... No sé si este es el pueblo o si es el punto de control, el punto de reencuentro. El punto de encuentro se llama así, ¿no? A ver. Estamos ahí. Sí, entonces esto debería ser el punto de encuentro. Si hubiéramos tirado por el lago, podríamos llegar a una... Creo que es la presa, eso. Bueno, también podemos llegar al parking por carretera. Vale.
It sounds like they want to adapt their organization to the people in it.
Punto de encuentro. A mí el punto de encuentro le da un poquito igual. Me interesa esto. El punto de encuentro parece un buen sitio por donde empezar. Vale, aquí en este lugar debería haber mínimo esas dos cosas. ¿Qué pone aquí? Vale, sí, aquí pone cuando lo van a demoler. Vale.
There's a number to call for questions regarding
Pero
the dam.
aquí está el cartel este.
There must be a lot of people going to the city if they need to keep track of them with cards.
Aquí está el cartel, es el que podemos usar para esto, claro. Esto va aquí. Lo hemos cortado bien, ¿no? Sí. Falta como una especie de grabación. ¿Qué esto qué es?
The Grey Hands want to end
Un trofeo más. Comienza tu información política.
the season.
Anda, mira. Encima era esto aquí. Y faltaría esta grabación, que creo que es una grabación, en realidad. Se está llamando Ciudad Radiante. Gente a Ciudad Radiante. ¿Dónde está el mosca ese que está sonando? Aquí, ¿no? No.
Imagine if the man I met is the only living Greyhound, and the rest are cardboard.
¿Te imaginas? Y aquí está la grabación. A ver, que... No tenemos líder. Vale.
say they're going to build the next season. How?
Y ya hemos completado lo de las manos grises ahora mismo.
The Grey Hands are the future in all its uncertainty, the good and the bad, the hope and fear of progress. The loneliness of this season will be left behind. A collective project is coming.
Vale. ¿Y qué más por aquí? Por ahí he venido. Bueno, faltan 2 carteles de aquí. Una carta. A ver qué pone. Ay, qué bonito. Me lo llevo.
The Grey Hands seem to care what people think about them.
Ah, bueno, también puedo usar estas cosas, ¿no? Carta aquí. Esto no sé qué es. Ah, no es nada. Bueno. Sí, lo que dijo también la anciana.
Also said low places are dangerous.
Eso es justo lo que
The
acaba de
city is
decir.
high up like my village. Maybe it is safer.
Ay, no he leído.
It's hard to imagine something new, a new way of living.
Vale, hay algo aquí. Y hay dentro cosas ahí. Vale, nada, voy a entrar ahí. ¿Esto qué es? Rebuscamos y cogemos este cartelito.
There seems to be suspicion about the real condition of the dam and why it's being taken down.
Y no lo he leído. Aquí. Falta algo. ¿Solo saco una foto de cualquier cosa? ¿O? Un teléfono.
They should put the voice in the ringing sound. Then you wouldn't need to pick up.
Ya. Ya sí que si cojo la cabina esta. Tómalo. Y ahora contesté, no os preocupéis.
The process of taking people out of the valley was also a kind of ritual, a way of bridging one life to another. They know the world they're leaving. The next one hasn't been created yet.
Y listo. Y respondemos a ver quién es. ¿Mosmosi? Venga, hola.
Oh, thank God someone is still there. I've been trying to get a hold of someone. Ah, thank you. I forgot the Day Zero materials. You know, the visual literature, the one, I left it at the dig site. It should be sitting on a barrel with a fruit sticker on it. Oh, hold on. I forgot to do the secret password. I don't even know who you... Is it too late now, you think?
Dispara, habla.
Okay. What day is the day after tomorrow?
¿Qué día es? Pasado mañana. El día 0.
Phew, okay. Sorry, I didn't recognize your voice. Hard to... What else was I gonna say? There was vandalism on a few of the posters. Bad stuff. I put them in the trash. Keep an eye out for more. Anyways, thanks for answering. The Day Zero material is in the dig site. It should be sitting on a barrel that has a fruit sticker on it.
Un tonel con una pegatina de fruta.
No, I was going to say, but the flood will destroy it anyway. So, actually, I was worried for nothing. Everything is lost in a flood. God, we really know what we're doing. I'm excited for this all to be over. I'm excited for this all to begin. Bye-bye now.
Hay que buscar... Vamos a colocar ya que estamos aquí. Hay que buscar un tonel con una pegatina de fruta encima. Estamos ahora mismo... Si tiro para adelante, todo recto, llego a una gasolinera, algo así. Si giro por la izquierda y cruzo el puente, llega a un foso. Yo creo que primero vamos a ir al foso. Que para llegar al foso hay que cruzar... Hombre, voy primero aquí que está más cerca, ¿no? Frena. ¿Dónde está? Ah, está aquí, bueno. Joder, bueno verlo.
Thank God they have electricity down here.
Did you hear from your friend in the Watery Republic? Which one is it?
The Topaz. We could get a ride with them on the coast.
Great. And we're really just gonna leave the car behind.
It's a junker anyway.
Beautiful.
I told you 786 would be our year. I sang you that whole song about it.
You sound so free and happy, just roaming around the world.
Y aquí tenemos ya...
Stay where you can hear me, okay?
Esta es la granja bovina, me imagino. Frena. ¿Aquí se puede coger esto? No se puede coger, vale. Lo que sí que... Una fotito sí que viene bien.
The faded optimism of a sweet treat makes me feel sad.
Miramos el mapa.
Golden
de
season
aquí.
must have been full of such little pleasures.
Bueno. Ahí no. A ver, estamos aquí, sí, justamente al lado del puente. Vamos a hacer esta zona primero. Ahí arriba hay gente. Como no quiero hablar con nadie aún. Me meto por aquí.
Is that your name on your collar? Let's see. You are Madrigal.
Madrigal. Una fotito, ¿no? A la vaca. No. Toma. Y por aquí no se puede coger nada ni tocar nada. Uy, sonido.
And you are Mata.
Y ahora un poquito, ¿no? Listo.
And your name is to pet.
¿Y esto
Who
qué?
named you that?
¿Y esto qué es? No sé, pero es una fotito perfecta para el tractor.
This machine looks powerful. It must have done the work of many people.
Aquí. El tractor. La vaca. No, hombre, ya, eso es una vaca.
Compared to my village, they lived in the open here. They lived on the land itself. I hope in the future, at least some people are still living like that.
Perfecto. Y por ahí se va a algún lado. ¿A dónde? Pues no tengo ni idea. Voy ahora a hablar con la señora. Bueno, a ver si se puede coger algo por aquí. Sí. Trofeo. El mejor mugido. Muy bueno. Buen trofeo, buen trofeo. El marco, pues a la vaca que gana el premio, ¿no? Me lo voy a quedar como un campeón.
Cows from all over the world came here to compete in cow stuff? The golden season seems like such a different world. You are a cow and you are named Krasnahorkai.
Krasnahorkai. Hermoso nombre para una vaca. Krasnahorkai. Ven aquí. Ven aquí, Krasnahorkai. Anda. Sonido. Bueno. Tengo que averiguar. Ay, qué lástima, tío. Aquí llega el momento, ¿sabes?
These people had to leave so much behind.
Del capítulo, tío. Qué asco. Me chufará, hombre.
We got a big show today.
Huge show.
Breaking news. The Greyhands have died.
We're being reborn, baby.
And we're taking suggestions for our new name.
Live on the air suggestions from the rank and file.
You don't even need to be a Greyhand to suggest a name.
True, true.
The number to call is 0019. That is 0019. First caller, hit us with a name.
Hi, yeah. I was thinking the bricklayers.
Okay. Bricklayers.
Laying some bricks. Well, yeah, thanks for the suggestion.
We'll be taking them all afternoon, so keep them coming.
That number again is 0019. You're listening to Greyhand Radio. We are broadcasting live from Greyhand HQ.
And we're going to take a little break.
If the Greyhands are changing their name, you'd know them as something else. This sounds like it comes from somewhere far away. It makes me want to keep traveling.
Anda.
I like the tune well enough. I wonder why it appeals to our bovine brethren. The valley keeps producing fruit, even when there's no one left to eat it.
¿Había gente aquí? Ah, no era una vaca, tío. Pues me deja un poco chocado, tío, esta
Let alone some kind of frozen version.
Esta escena, ¿sabes? Que se han tenido que evacuar. Han dejado aquí las vacas solas.
A beautiful cow named Gorp.
Pobrecillas. Pues me voy de aquí. Y la bici abajo, ¿no? A ver, el mapa este. A ver, si tiro para arriba. No sé. Voy a ir para el foso. Que es por aquí. Aquí señales, aquí señales. A ver. Pues parking lot, Sydney Stride. Por aquí se va el cementerio a a la granja de fruta. Y por aquí que hay, frena, no pasar, ¿por qué? Bajo pena de multa.
Looks like there's no one around anymore to enforce
Pues
this.
como que no queda nadie, pues vamos a pasar nosotros, ¿no? Por supuesto. Si tiro para adelante llega a ese agujero, que creo que es el foso. Ah, no, el foso es esto. No, el foso es lo siguiente, claro. Está, vale. ¿Qué por aquí? Bueno.
I wish Pate could call this hotline to talk about his heavy dream.
Me gusta. Bueno, vamos a leerlo, ¿no? Ya que estamos. Muy bien. Y ahora, una...
There are a lot of these signs. Lonely power generator crooning. A plan is in progress.
¿Cómo que? Ah, que está... A ver. Miramos aquí. Sí, esto es una página nueva. Pues esto lo metemos aquí. Una excavación. Dejo la bici aquí aparcada.
No technology has improved on the bird. It can fly, sing, and surveil your neighbors.
Esto es la salida y se entra por allá. Vale.
These signs are so demanding. I can't imagine them in my village.
Se entra por aquí. Creo. A ver. Por aquí, gente, por aquí. Antes de entrar... Yo qué sé, es que me da miedo pasar y que de golpe que, claro, es que me da miedo pasar y que de golpe esta zona no se pueda explorar más.
I found a dig site that is fenced off from view. What were they doing here?
Vamos a grabar el foso.
A greyhound said he left his
Ah, vale, no
materials
pasa nada.
behind.
A ver,
It should be somewhere around here.
un segundito. Vale, ves lo que digo, esta excavación. Espero que luego se pueda continuar, ¿vale? Porque si no, hay que buscar aquí otra grabación, folleto, una lista de control o algo, y otro folleto o un periódico. Y aquí hay algo. Lo cojo.
There's a big tree with a researcher's notebook.
Ah, bueno, puedo usar
inside
estas cosas. Esto por aquí, esto por aquí, y esto por aquí.
This is the kind of brain trouble my mom warned me about.
Antes de entrar por aquí, no, por aquí. Porque esta zona no la hemos mirado. ¿Veis? Aquí tenemos algo. Una foto de algo.
They look relieved to have finished their work.
Y no. Oh, sí. Venga, encendemos.
I heard this tune before, on my journey here.
Esta es la melodía que sonaba antes en la caja de música.
What we do to the land eventually makes its way into our blood and our brains. This can define a season.
Por aquí hemos mirado, ¿no? Por aquí no hemos mirado. Claro, aquí está el cartel. Que...
The work at
Así,
the dig site
así
has
vamos
something
bien.
to do with day zero.
Cartel va aquí. Oh. Y hace falta coger una lista de control que es... Ay. Es esta. Bueno, sí. Esta. Esto que es un folleto. Y esto que es una grabación. En el foso ha dicho el pana del teléfono que hay que buscar toneles con símbolo de fruta. Aquí está el folleto.
Memories and emotions condensed into a mineral.
Y aquí está la lista de control también, ¿no? Esa es.
I
¿Y
wonder
qué
what
pone?
this channel is for.
¿Qué pone aquí? Frecuencia 63.2.
They must have already shipped out all the Harpic they need.
Hay una radio aquí. ¿Es una radio?
I wonder what's on this reel.
Ah, otra misión.
What is day zero? Maybe I can find out more about it.
Voy a ir para atrás antes de seguir avanzando. No me gusta avanzar demasiado y dejar cosas sueltas por aquí. $63.2. Esas. Y graba.
The necessity of day zero is not just psychological, it's ecological. Because there is a compounding effect to these minerals and their psychological effect. And we see this in Tiang Valley. There is a memory and a memory of a memory and a memory of a memory of a memory. This echo effect, this recursive nature is the problem. As this cycles through the ecosystem, it creates points of pressure where things bleed, and soil and human minds are contaminated. Some will say, what's a few daytime visions? But it is an increasing risk, an increasing danger. Left alone, the haunted quality of this season will only get worse. The necessity of day zero is also to... But this particular action will neutralize this phenomenon at its source. This is not an endless cycle. We are putting an end to this psychoactive material, and we are opening up space for something new.
A ver.
How do they plan to remove the haunted quality of this season?
Uno aquí y otro aquí. Y falta una foto de algo. Falta una foto de algo. Parece un gráfico, ¿no? Sí. Vale, vamos a así que avanzamos un poquillo. Ah, me he puesto el otro, es la que recuerdo. ¿Y por aquí qué hay? Nada. Vale. Aquí está el gráfico.
They dug up all that harpic in order to conduct some sort of prayer on day zero.
¿Hace falta sacar foto? No, ¿no? O sí. Hay que sacar foto. Listo. Listo, por ahí. Y aquí tenemos la radio. ¿Y de otras fotos también? La voy a sacar igualmente. Sacamos foto.
I've recreated the same setup as the prayer statues right here in my workshop. I set up a singing bowl so I can verify the pattern that will form in the water. And some harpic, of course. Each god seems to correspond to a resonating frequency. And when this vibration acts on the harpic, we get the psychoactive response. Going to give it a try here.
What the fuck?
I remember watching my dad make shadow puppets on the wall. felt strange because I could see how it was done. I could see the trick of it, but it still felt kind of magical.
¿Qué pasó?
It worked. I do feel the more I do this, the more tired, and it feels like it takes me longer to return to the present. But now I have some control. I face the question of how this mineral affects the soil. I still have a lot of work to do. That's all for today.
A mineral that can affect the mind.
¿Y puedo conectar mi cacharro? No. ¿O sí? A ver.
The Greyhands present one side to the public, and another is hidden behind metal fences. There is no one to oppose them. There is only my record of what they did here.
No, esta no. Es que la otra cinta... Imagino que habrá que conectarla en el... Puedo bajar por aquí, ¿no? Sí. Me lo llevo, ¿no?
The memories of the owner now turned into a beautiful mineral.
Imagino que la cinta que hemos encontrado se podrá abrir, digo, se podrá ver en el puesto de encuentro. ¿Esto qué es? Bueno, miramos por aquí rápido. Esto ya está. Falta únicamente el... Aquí. Vale. Pues bueno, gente, ya vamos a salir de esto. Vamos a ir un segundo al puesto de encuentro. Para ver si se puede reproducir la cinta ahí. Vídeo real.
Mother's arms. We open our eyes, but she's not there. We breathe in. Where is she? She is everywhere. And we breathe out. Good morning. Welcome. Congratulations. You have just stepped into a new season. You may feel as if you're seeing the world for the first time. You may have noticed that colors are more vibrant. You may have noticed that food tastes better. What you are feeling right now is how it feels to be liberated from the past. There once was a season that was beautiful, but everyone you met, their eyes were clouded, and their necks were turned backwards. They were weighed down by loss, haunted by the nightmares of another era. Now you may feel as if a great weight has been lifted. In certain cases, you may feel an unexpendable well of energy rising up inside you, because you know there is so much to do, that the world is ours, and it can be anything we want. With your help, we're going to do it right this time. You won't be alone. There will always be a hand and a voice beside you. There will always be a song to sing.
Tear down the ruin in your mind, the wound you kept inside, and you let it go. Share now the season in your eyes, the people that you find will forget what's yours and mine in the world to come. Tear down the ruin in your mind, the wound you kept inside, can you let it go? Share now the season in your eyes, the people that you find will forget what's yours and mine in the world to come.
Uf, qué turbia la secta esta, qué turbia. Pero turbia, ¿eh?
On the other side of all our fears is a better world. Or a worse one. What if it depends on what we do right now?
Pues nada, gente, vamos a colocar esto ya aquí. Uf, qué turbia.
Day zero will be the day between one season and the next. It will be the moment everything changes. They believe this will create a better season, that it will heal us.
Y hasta aquí, gente, pues vamos a dejar aquí el directo. Nada, pues 2 horas de directo. No sé cuánto dura el juego. No sé cuánto dura. He visto que dura 6, 12 horas, no sé. Mañana más. Así que bueno, si os ha gustado, dar el like, suscribiros al canal y tal. Si estáis viendo el vídeo en directo, estupendo. Si estáis viendo en diferido en YouTube, también correcto, porque lo voy a subir ahora mismo en YouTube. Así que bueno, un saludo, gente.